doing all this civil rights stuff.
No, we don't.
We did.
We
had our own schools.
The reason we had our own schools was because we couldn't go anywhere else.
Why don't you go to HBCU right now instead of going to University of Memphis?
I got a full ride here.
Well, why don't you go to HBCU?
Because I decided to go here. I had the choice to go to an HBCU.
So here's the thing. So I'm assuming if you got a scholarship here, you would have a
scholarship
to HBCU, right?
Yes, I had scholarships
You
elsewhere.
choose to go to where the systemic oppression is instead of going to an HBCU.
The systemic oppression is at the HBCU too. What you're not getting is.
So now black people run it and it's still racist.
No, you're not going to talk over me. I'll let you talk. Let me talk.
What privilege do I have that you don't have that is based on skin color, not on wealth or socioeconomic status? Please.
The fact that you are sitting here with like little to no education trying to talk to people about white privilege is white privilege.
Tell me one thing I said that's wrong, and don't use an argument from authority. Make a good argument.
I have a degree.
I'm arguing from authority
I have
because
a
I'm telling
degree.
you my life experience.
That's not your life experience.
Name
That's a
one-
degree.
Really? I'm sorry. Did you
one
live my
thing-
life?
That means nothing.
Did you live my life?
That means that's a
Name one
degree.
thing
You're not smarter than
that
him
you
because you have a
can't do
degree. Just so you know
that
That's
I
a
can
fallacy.
do.
That's a fallacy.
Name one thing that you can't do that I can do.
I don't know. I can't make a whole fucking dollar.
What? You can't? Why?
What's up YouTube? Hope you guys are feeling good. Today guys, we're back here into a new video. Today we're going to check it out. This is by Charlie Kirk and Officer Tatum. This is going to be really good. Both of them, they destroys race-baiting students with facts and logic. This is going to be amazing. Charlie Kirk and Officer Tatum. I call him Charlie Kick because he loves kicking us. Let's get right into today's video, guys.
What we're not going to do is invoke dolphin days.
Is it true or is it not?
We're going to invest in
Is it true or is it not?
If you
Okay,
are going
let's.
to invest in our community,
Okay,
just listen to me.
when you say investment, what are you going to do as an investment point? What's your first investment?
I'm going to put of the black businesses that I know within my community.
Okay.
I'm going to put money towards them.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure that we get the guns off the street. I'm going to make sure that we have everything.
How are you going to do that?
How am I going to do that?
Yeah.
Man, that is a long plan. But the basic.
He
point
don't
is-
know.
Systemic gun control? Who's like gun control?
So.
stricter laws.
So here's.
No, let him go.
No, that's not me.
No, you go. Go ahead.
So here's my thing. We are invoking Black Wall Street and all these other black business owners and everything else, right? And then you're like, well, the reason it messed up was because we decided to integrate. No,
It's
they
not
blew it up.
just integrate.
No. They
Okay.
blew up Black
Let's see how
Wall
much
Street.
you know. And then what happened? No. When did they build it back?
They did never build it back.
Put some money on it.
We could not build
You
it
want to
back.
put some money on it?
To the grandeur
Somebody,
that it was.
go ahead, fact check him right now.
To the grandeur that it was.
No. It was built back, and it was just as successful as it had ever been.
was not.
A few years later. Put some money on it.
We are arguing between fact
Okay.
and fiction here. The fact
You
is,
put some money on it.
I can gladly put money on it.
All right, let's
But
do
the
this.
fact
Let's do this.
is,
Fact
they
check it.
blew it up.
Fact check it. Look at Uncle Tom the movie, Uncle Tom 2. Look at the movie. It is verifiable proof with evidence, video evidence, text evidence.
So the
people who
descendants-
live there.
So the descendants of the victims and everybody else, their points and their businesses that are no longer
They're-
there do not matter.
No, they're victims. They're paying this victimhood just like it's appear that
It's
you're
not
playing right now.
victimhood when your family was blown
They
up.
okay. Let's put it like this. Okay, listen to this. If you claim, which is not true, you claim that they blowed it up and they never
That
repaired.
they firebombed it and
and it never
built
repaired.
it back up.
You said it never, it was just a lie. But just say that happened. Let's say that happened. Let's say that happened. How in the world can we build something so great in 1925 and we can't do it today?
One, segregation in general.
Not every state was segregated, mind you.
The economy's getting worse.
Segregation in general within the South. Are you from the South?
South. I'm from the South. From
Where you
Texas.
from?
Texas.
Texas. Okay. Segregation in the South, and you know there's no way in hell that we can establish our businesses within this time period without at least a threat of our businesses being taken out the way.
How?
There's no way that you can do that.
Like,
That's just
And
it's
even
simply,
then,
that's simply
and
not
even
true.
then, you say it's simply not true, but then the countless business owners, especially in
What about the
Memphis,
ones that are still flourishing today?
the lucky?
No,
the lucky few.
Lucky few.
The lucky few. Considering the fact that the majority of our businesses were either run into the ground, taken over, or just run over again by the same white populations that wanted our stuff anyway. The issue is
Do you
not,
think the white man is against you in America?
there's-
Systemically.
No. Systemically?
Do you think a system is against you?
Systemically, yes, because we're built on a rocky
Where?
foundation.
Where? On campus?
In every single
Okay,
instance.
okay, institutions. At this university?
Yes.
At this
Explain
university,
At this-
the white man, like the system is against you?
Okay, so we have a system in the United States where we were built on a rocky foundation.
Can we start here at the university? 'Cause
I'm
this is
getting
where
there.
we at.
I'm getting there.
Okay,
I'm getting there.
I'll let you get there.
Right over there, if you look over there, we have the Memphis State 8, who integrated this university. Until then, my grandmother could not go here. My grandmother
We
went
also
here.
had our
Wait,
own
wait.
universities.
What? We, yes, had our own universities, but not everybody can go to said universities. We are descendants of, keep this in mind, the people that wanted to come to this university and the people that wanted to go to Russ, to TSU, to Howard, were the descendants of sharecroppers, business owners that tried every single way for us to make waves in our communities. And the issue is that when you say, oh, well, we don't need to worry about the race issue here, you're completely forgetting the fact that we were not integrated. We were not integrated here. In the city of Memphis, we were not integrated much into the 70s. And the reason for all this is it's systemically put in place. I understand not wanting race to stop you. Completely do understand that. But we live in a society where our race is going to inflict harm and pain on every single thing that we do, even when we jump over hoops.
Listen, I do understand history, right? I took Africana studies in college. So I do understand the history of black people in America, all the way from Africa, all the way here. So what I'm saying is that there are things that people are using as crutches, right? Booker T. Washington, Tuskegee University, all the successful black men that were born and lived, Madam C.J. Walker. Do you know who Madam C.J. Walker is? Raise your hand if you know Madam C.J. Walker. Sarah Bree Love. She was Oprah Winfrey in the late 1800s, early 1900s.
During
Think
the
about
Harlem
this.
Renaissance.
How did this woman have white folks working for her and essentially was a billionaire?
During the Harlem Renaissance.
It's because not only did black people in pockets have levels of success, we begin to go downhill after we started doing all this civil rights stuff.
No, we don't.
We did.
True.
We had our own schools.
The reason we had our own schools was because we couldn't
Let's
go anywhere
do
else.
this. Why don't you go to HBCU right now instead of going to University of Memphis?
I got a full ride here
Well, why don't you go to HBCU?
because I decided to go here. I had the choice to go to an HBCU.
So here's the thing. So I'm assuming if you got a scholarship here, you would have
had
a
scholarships elsewhere.
scholarship to HBCU, right?
Yes, I had scholarships
You
elsewhere.
choose to go to where the systemic oppression is instead of going to an HBCU.
The
Thank
systemic
you.
oppression is at the HBCU too. What you're not getting is.
So now black people run it and it's still racist.
No, you're not going to talk over me. I'll let you talk. Let me talk. When we have an HBCU that does not get funding because of the
That's
fact
a lie.
that,
That's a lie.
because of the fact that we
look it up. Put some money on it. He secured permanent funding. He secured.
How much did Barack give?
Barack ended permanent
Wait,
funding for
wait.
HBCUs. Donald
Hold on.
Trump
Hold
reinstituted
on.
permanent funding for HBCUs. Did you not see?
Sir,
Did you
listen.
not see? Everybody out here can fact check this. Everybody out here can fact check this.
Sir.
Once
sir,
you look at the picture of the HBCU presidents, every single HBCU president went to the White House
Mira.
and was with Donald Trump, and he negotiated a deal where he gave them permanent funding, which is something Obama never did.
Mira.
Look it up. Okay.
So
go ahead.
here's the thing. Again, you're invoking black businesses, black business owners, and all these other things.
And I'm invoking a black man that's at the university I'm at right now.
But-
that decided to come here instead of
Yes,
HBCU.
yes, because they gave me the majority of money to go
That's
here. My thing is this.
Which one is it?
My
Are they helping
thing
you or are they
is
hurting
this.
you?
You're gonna let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Because you keep on talking over me, I can't
Because
finish my point.
it's frustrating a little bit, but go ahead.
When I understand it's frustrating.
'Cause
Hearing
it's
things like that
lies.
is frustrating.
It's just you're just lying to me
You're
right
just
now.
talking over me.
Go ahead, finish.
When you have a place where one, systemically, especially in Memphis, and you know everything that's happened here, and you could be upset about systemically and all that other stuff.
I'm not upset about it, it's just not
happens.
true.
It happens.
What systemic thing is happening to you on this campus?
Systemic things happened to me on this campus.
Yeah.
I was pulled over right over there.
On campus. Is campus police?
Yes.
Okay, you were put over there for what?
They said that there was something wrong with my license plate. There's nothing wrong with it.
They just pulled you over for
happened.
nothing?
Now, I can't blame him. I get that. But there are other accounts of people, not just campus police, but police in general, that have been identified as a person of interest and has not been. We're getting off topic. Back to what we were saying earlier.
Yes, sir.
That's what we were saying earlier. The issue with everything happening with us now It's the fact that these systemic policies are here. They're in our
On
laws.
campus?
They're in our laws.
Name
They're
a
in
law
our
that's systemically
bylaws.
racist against black people. What law?
A law that's systemically.
You know it's
my
none.
God.
You know it's none. I know that's
Okay,
why it's hard for you to
so-
say
There's
it because
no
it is
law
A
like
none.
law that is systemically against black people.
Name one.
You want an old or a recent?
I mean, whatever you want to say. Federal. You can go federal. You can go local. You can
All right,
go
stop and frisk.
state.
Stop and frisk.
Which was a law that was state level in New York. And you say that was racist.
So literally, the police could go over to anybody, black, white, no matter what, because these policies affect white people too, especially poor white people. The issue is that when you have stop and frisk, they could just be like, "Hey, you."
So it's not racist. It's more classist.
No.
You said it affects white
definitely-
people the same.
Let me finish.
Okay.
The racial element is always there.
There's
But-
black cops
but-
there too.
But the black cops are also arresting people. They're part of the problem. The issue is that when you
All right,
have.
can we?
Let me finish. Let
Can
me
we
finish.
get to somewhere with this? Because I think we're going to continue.
What
You
I'm
cannot
saying
tell
is-
me how there's a systemic racist thing that's on this campus that prevents you from being successful. You can't name.
Hey, my name is Blair. Just got a question for you here. How do you feel about the black community receiving reparations?
I'm against that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, why so?
Well, first of all, what is the black community? So, for example, do you mean like recent immigrants from Haiti or Nigeria?
I do not. No.
Okay, for sure. So you're meaning like ancestral descendants of slaves.
Correct.
That
Yes,
could
sir.
be proven with documentation.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay. So to be consistent, do you believe that other groups that have been mistreated in America should also receive reparations?
What are those other groups?
Well, they're not necessarily by America, but let's just take one. Jewish Americans, right?
Okay.
They almost got eliminated in the Holocaust. Should they receive reparations?
Not from us.
Okay, not from us.
Not
but-
from the United States, that is.
Okay. So here's my view, and I want to hear yours,
Okay.
which is that I did not own slaves, and you were not a slave.
Correct.
Right. So we are individuals, and therefore we cannot be held accountable or should receive something from something that didn't happen to us or something we did not do.
True.
That is
As
a
simple
basic
as that.
law of justice, that I can't be held accountable for something that somebody looked like me did, and you should not benefit from something that somebody you were related to. Now, you'll probably say systemic racism and how that passed down through generations. Happy to address that. The problem with reparations, though, is basically what you're saying is I'm going to take money from Charlie Kirk for something he didn't do and give it to a group of something, to somebody of something they also didn't do. For what reason? How is that just?
So not so much how is it just, but there are those arguments that says because of what happened in the past, this group of people have been negatively affected from this nation's crimes against humanity to that certain group of people. And that's how we see it, or how some people see it, if you will.
Okay, sure, but I will say that even if there is some truth to that, which I wouldn't even be willing to grant very much, because Black America was doing incredibly well before the not incredible. They were pacing to be even richer than white America. Is that we must look through the question of is it just and moral to take from one group, especially first and second generation immigrants that had nothing to do with this. So think about it. Your tax base would be taxing, like if anyone here is Irish or Polish and your family came 100 years ago, we would be taxing people that had nothing to do with it. And I'll go a step further. My family fought on the Union side of the Civil War, right? So you're going to be taxing Charlie Kirk, whose descendants fought to free the slaves, to go give money to people that were descended, from slaves. So what is a way that we could try to help all communities? Here's maybe we can find some common ground,
Sure,
right?
I'm listening.
Instead of reparations.
Sure.
Is that we need to break the cartel of public sector teacher unions, allow school choice to occur, and make it easier for people of all backgrounds, but specifically Hispanic and Black individuals and young kids to have a quality education, because a good education in K through 12 is one of the most assured ways that they'll be able to succeed later in life. Secondly, we need to put fathers back in the home.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I
agree with that, yeah.
70% of Black kids are raised without a stable father in this in the country. So if we can find common ground on that, I think that would go a lot further than just giving cash for people that happen to be related to something evil that happened a little while ago.
Can't name a policy that Democrats have done to benefit black people right now. I could tell you some that they benefit illegals.
But policies are
LGBTQ, I could go down the list.
policies is nothing but energy. And if we know about basic physics, energy is just a force, but forces have to be acted upon for them to move.
So let's go with the Republican Party. What did Donald Trump do when he was in office? He secured funding for HBCUs, which I think was a positive.
Yeah.
He had these zones, I can't think of the name of it right now, it's skipping my mind, opportunity zones that he initiated. The First Step Act, which I was a part, me and Candace Owens and others were lobbying Congress, even lobbying against Republicans to get this passed. My uncle got out of prison. He got 40 years fed time for selling dope, and he got out early because of the First Step Act. So these are things that affect the black community, and economic success as a country helps everybody.
But at what cost of other countries, though? You got to think about we stealing.
No,
but we stealing though. We got to think about that, and then we stealing from our own ancestors and our own countries.
Well, we have a whole argument about the ancestor thing because I think that black people should be more upset with Africans than they should be white people. Because how did we get here?
Well, I'm not African.
I'm not saying you.
I'm Caribbean. You see my flag.
Well, they should be mad.
I'm Trinidadian.
You should be mad at the Africans.
I ain't mad at nobody.
Well, okay.
I don't hold grudges.
Let me
That's the problem that we got because we got narratives that are being pushed for us to be mad, and then we don't know where to take our anger off because first of all, we have emotional intelligence. We're not emotionally intelligent. Yeah. So there's nowhere for us to go for us to even be able to express ourselves or to even know how to express ourselves. So we take it out on each other, and that's the problem. That's where we at right now.
But see, you have the problem, and you also have the solution. It's to reverse the things that you're saying. So how about when you're on campus, how do you treat your brothers and sisters? How do you treat white people? That's going to be what makes you different.
I'm a beacon of light, and I stand with God, one and only.
Everybody know that. Then you continue to do that, and you'll be a light to other people. Everybody here on campus, the way that you make a change is you being a change yourself. It's the same thing with God. I won't come here with a Bible in my hand and hit y'all over the head with it. You got to live a lifestyle. When you live a lifestyle that people believe is good and moral, people begin to wonder, what are you doing? What are you a part of? And the same thing happens in anything else in your life. The faith, oh, she's still back. I thought I prayed her away. You still, as individuals, should look in the mirror and say, I am an individual living in America. I have all the rights that everybody else has. What am I gonna do with it? And when adversity hit, how do you respond? If a white man came to me and called me the N-word right now on this campus, what does that affect my bank account? None. How does that affect me being a father of my children? Nothing. He an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like a brother come to me and call me
the test of a man.
Well, that's how we should be preaching to our young men.
The testament.
Ain't nobody should be able to make you upset by saying an N-word to you. It's a word. Nobody can stop you from accomplishing your dreams and aspirations because you live in America. Do you believe that?
Yeah, but at the same.
Do you believe that?
But at the same time, though.
Do you believe that? Because you didn't have to talk yet.
If I'm moving with light,
she ain't listening to nothing I said.
If I'm moving with light, and then one person wants to have hatred, there's no you can't. You can't. I mean, if you even look at basic math, a negative and a positive equals a negative. How does that even work out?
You know how that work out is that you don't fool with negative people. You don't fool with people that are in darkness. You don't fool with them, no matter what color they are. Sometimes we fooling with people because they are same color and they come from the same hood, and we shouldn't be fooling with them.
But when you have
they're not going where we're going.
But when you have a seed that's planted on this earth, that seed does not leave unless you kill that seed. You see what I'm saying?
You're getting too deep right now, man. We gotta.
We talking deep.
I know, but this is a longer conversation. You talking about energy. You talking about spirits.
That's what I'm on.
I know, but I wish you'd have came earlier so we can have a conversation.
I had class.
And how much time we got? 2 minutes. So does somebody have another specific question?
It's cool. Join me on your podcast.
Okay, for sure. Appreciate you, brother.
My name is Ryan Gore.
Ryan what?
Gore.
Do you have a social media?
No, I don't do social.
Go ahead. All right, so I'll start off with my credentials since apparently they matter.
Oh, they definitely don't matter.
I'm an 8-year military veteran. I'm a college student. I'm a black woman, and I believe that white privilege fucking exists. So we're gonna start with that.
Thank you for your service.
And the reason why white privilege exists is because you guys refuse to acknowledge the history that put people in this position. You want to tell me that white privilege doesn't exist when white people had a fucking upper hand for 250 years to develop generational wealth, and that black people didn't get the right to fucking vote until the 60s, and you're going to tell me that white privilege doesn't exist? That sounds like it exists because you guys got the upper hand.
What's funny about that is blacks were doing better during that time.
Why do we always call people blacks?
No, because you did.
Can we just be black people? Can we just be like African Americans or something? Why are we just
the black community? How would you like it said? What makes you feel better on the inside?
Really, anything else other than what you're saying?
I'll say how you want
anything
it.
Else
I'll package it how you need it. Tell me what makes you feel
literally better. Anything else other than what you're saying.
Okay, anything else. Why is that anything else, right? In the Jim Crow era, blacks were doing better. economically we're outpacing whites under the Jim Crow era than we were doing.
Let's
Than we are
see.
doing.
It
I'm not
probably
done.
has
Than
to
we are
do
doing
with the
today
fact that
after
we had our own
$22 trillion
communities
of government
before the
handouts.
fucking
The black
KKK
community-
came and burned them
The
down.
KKK were Democrats, but give me a second. So after $22 trillion of government handouts and a black president
After how many
for
years of
8 years, the
slavery
black community
and
is worse
44
off
white
today than we
presidents,
were in the Jim
44
Crow era. How
white
is
male
that possible?
presidents,
Oh, I know,
97%
because they sold you
white
your
male
oppression and
Congress.
you bought it. So you're actually the reason why people like us can't do well, because they've sold you our oppression and you bought it. Blacks were doing better under the Jim Crow
If you
era.
acknowledge the oppression of other people, we can heal from it.
No, we
but
can't.
if you want
No,
to
we
ignore
can't.
it, we
We
won't
can't.
have anything happen.
That's not how this works. Dialogue and acknowledging things doesn't make us suddenly rich.
So there's a question I do want to ask, which I can't seem to get an answer. What can she not do in America that a white person can do?
Thank
What
you.
opportunity? You served in the military. You've made good choices. You're getting rewarded for them. You're going to live in the American middle class. What privilege do I have that you don't have that is based on skin color, not on wealth or socioeconomic status? Please.
The fact that you are sitting here with like little to no education trying to talk to people about white privilege is white privilege.
What?
And
Tell me one
honestly,
thing I said that's wrong, and don't use an argument from authority.
That's like so.
an
Make a
argument
good
from authority.
argument.
I have a degree.
Don't
I'm
use it by
arguing
your
from
credentials.
authority
I
because
have a
I'm telling
degree.
you my life experience.
That's not your life experience.
Name
That's a
one-
degree.
Really? I'm sorry. Did you
one
live my
thing-
life?
That means
Did
nothing.
you live my life?
That means that's a
Name one
degree.
thing
You're not smarter
that
than him
you
because you have a
can't do
degree. Just so you know
that
that.
I
That's a
can
fallacy.
do.
That's a fallacy.
Name one thing that you can't do that I can do.
I don't know. I can't make a whole fucking dollar.
What? You can't? Why?
Oh my God.
There we go
You're trying to
again.
tell me in the military women aren't paid the same as men for equal work?
In the military, up until 2 years ago, women weren't even allowed to do most of the jobs that
Answer
men
the
can
question. You just said you couldn't make a dollar. You said you could not make a dollar. You served in the military,
do.
which
Not
is
to mention that people in the military actually get paid a bullshit wage, but we're not going to
Alright,
talk
guys,
about
so
that.
now we're moving
Yeah,
over
let's
to
talk
now
about.
we're moving
That
over
has
to
nothing
Let's
to
talk
do
about
with
for a
skin
second
color.
that you want to say that
What-
everyone in the military
what can I not
paid a
do?
shitty
It's a
wage,
feminist
so
lie,
that makes it
radical
right.
feminist lie, and they also sell. There's so many different ways they sell you your oppression, and she has purchased all of them today.
I'm telling
so
you.
right now we are on
Full
sexism,
subscription.
right? So she's saying that I can't make a full dollar. Yes, you can. If women stop
Take
going
this a lot.
in,
I bet
to-
he got
I'm not
paid
done
more to be
speaking,
here
I'm
than
not
you
done
did.
Speaking, okay. If women stop going into career fields like fashion and Vogue and journalism,
psychology.
and we start going into fields like
Engineering.
engineering
Business.
and hard academics,
Finance.
we will make the exact same money that
If
men
not
make.
more.
The wage gap is a myth and
a
a
myth.
lie. It's a myth
Amen.
and a lie, okay?
Can I say?
It's actually a myth and a lie. I understand that you need to be oppressed, but you have just heard from two black people that haven't purchased their oppression from the Democrat Party. Respect that.
And what frustrates me is you served our country, which deserves to be applauded, and you have lived a life of a victor, and you have the gumption to tell me you're a victim without evidence. You were not able to cite one thing that you cannot do that I can do. If you make good choices, you will get those
good
choices rewarded.
Yeah.
And you brought zero evidence except an argument from an authority and an insult to my lack of a college degree, of which I am so proud of because I'm not indoctrinated because I didn't go to college. Thank you very much. For the next person.
You see, here we go again about the victim game. Every single time, every one of them who come here, they are pissed, angry at something. I don't know. And every one of them who came here, like who spoke to the mic, they are all young. That's what baffles me. You guys are younger. You guys are already playing the victim game already. At what age? If you keep that narrative of you being a victim, you will never be a victor. You will never triumph. You will keep on being limited. This last lady just proved everything right. She served in the military, came out, good. She's living the American dream, and she's still feeling that she's a victim. This is the mindset aspect we're talking about. Irrespective of where you go or who you become, if you keep that mentality in you, you will never stand out. You will never become something meaningful with your own life. You always feel that inferiority complex every single time. Even if you are here, you always feel like you are here. Because why? Your mindset. That is what these people don't understand. They keep on dragging the past to the future. Every time. Every single time. Starting from the first guy who felt like he's a victim. Systemic racism exists. The college, his grandmother was unable to go to the college, whereas at that same period of time when the grandmother was able to go to school, there was also a black college. She didn't go there. So every single person who come about with an excuse why they are not successful, they choose not to become successful. Every single person who come about, this is the reason why. It's because of systemic racism. It's because white people oppress us. They are always saying that because they don't want to leave that mentality of victimhood. Every single person who do that, they are the ones who limit themselves. Because the same time when you show me that Mr. Green said it's because of the victimhood, that is why he's not successful. That is why he's living limited. Mr. Mogg says different. He triumph. He's great. He looks shiny. He looks beautiful. Why? Because he's not playing the victim. He knows he's accountable for his own actions. He knows he's a great person and he can become something good. Whenever you keep on playing that victim game, you will never move forward. That's what I keep on saying, these black people. You will never move forward. If you keep on limiting yourself as a victim, you will never become something. It's as simple as that. Why do you feel like the whites are oppressing you? Why do you feel like they've stolen 300 years from your life, whereas you are just less than 25? Why do you keep on pushing that narrative to other younger people that the whites are the ones who are superior and you guys as black, you are inferior? It makes no sense. Every time. I keep on saying this in all my video. They keep on feeling like there's something that's holding them back, whereas it's an illusion. It's not there. They fix that narrative in their head that it is there. Every time. If you ask them, show me an example of systemic racism. Boom. They know nothing. They have no example. The highest thing they will say is a cop put them over to check their license plate, which is what cops do to everyone. Police officers do to every single person. White, black, Asians. They want to play that victim aspect. They want to create that illusion in their head that they're being oppressed. We need them to save us. We need reparation. Forefathers they've taken 300 years from their life. We need reparation to be as equal as the whites. That is a F-lie. I don't want to use the F word in this video. That is a lie. That is an illusion. That is a bad narrative. You can be as successful as a white man. Irrespective of where you come from, irrespective of your background, you can triumph. Even the whites, you are saying the whites are here. The whites, they are whites who are poor. Poorer than a black man level. Poorer than some black people who are complaining here. There are some whites who are unable to pay for their college. Why? They don't say that's a systemic racism over there. They don't say that. There's some black who are not as equal as these people who are blabbing their mouth around and saying systemic racism exists. Black always look for excuses every single time. Excuses. That is what is actually pulling them. Black always look for excuses. Every time you hear them speak, there's always a reason why they are not there. There's always a reason why they are not this or that. Asians, use an Asians for example. They take accountability for their actions. This is what black people don't do. Asians have good family background. This is what black people don't have. If you tell them, they'll say, no, Asians have not taken 300 years of their life. Oh, jeez. Every single time. Now they're asking for reparation. Reparation for what? Did I enslave you? According to what Charlie said. He never enslaved you. You were never enslaved. So why then are you looking for reparation? Reparation for what? The Jews' Holocaust, what happened to them is way worse than what happened to black people. I will bet that every single time. But why are the Jews successful? Why are the Jews in America successful now? There we go again. Family. Well, when you tell a black man that, they find different excuses why they are not successful. They find different excuses why they are not something. Every time they play this victim game, every time they put themselves backward, they don't want to move forward. They keep on dragging the past like a big load that is holding them back, whereas it's an illusion. There is nothing holding a black man. They are just putting different narrative in their head. I will say this every time. Whether you believe or not, it's the truth. Comment down below what you think about this video. Give us a thumbs up. Share this video to as many as you can. Subscribe to our channel, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you stay safe.